Hey guys, Twist the World here, and I feel like when I'm talking about this Zoomer bullshit, I gotta do what the Zoomers do, and I gotta talk into my microphone, into my room about shit, but I don't got a Uzi poster behind me, so honestly, I'm not on shit. Today we're talking about the infamous Nettspend, you know, the white boy rapper extraordinaire, the man himself who blew up off memes, and honestly, I don't understand this shit. I feel like a caveman trying to look at a cave painting to try to understand why these Zoomers like this music, why he matters, why he keeps popping up on Instagram every day, but people keep asking me to talk about this certain aspect of him and how he's scamming in a kind of junior it's okay to cry type of way. So I'm gonna talk about it and let's get into that shit. Okay, I couldn't take doing that shit anymore, but I gotta be honest with you guys, I don't know what happened to the rap game, I don't know what happened to the underground, and to be honest with you, I don't even know what happened to the world, because when did all these guys become popular? Yasop, JJ or whatever, Osama-san, Nettspend, how did these guys become the most popular rappers in the game? I'm racking my brain trying to understand how these guys got on the come up in the first place, but you know what, I'm 23 years old, so I'm gonna come off as a hater, and basically in Zoomer years, 23 is already dead, so I shouldn't be talking.
I want you to be aware of your business, I want you to know whether you in a 360 or not. I want you to appreciate the culture that changed your life and took you from college dorm room eating oodles and noodles. I want you who's well-spoken and articulates himself well.
My nigga, chill.
Yeah, but I'm gonna try to understand Nettspend and then tell you why he's scamming.
Like, oh well, yeah, I guess I should have fun, you know?
Do you wanna dance, baby? I see you looking at me, and it's on the daily. Yeah, that's right, boys. We got some never before seen screenshots and Nettspend scamming people on features. But let's not get ahead of ourselves here because we gotta look into the history of Nettspend. The history of a damn 16-year-old. This man has no history, but let's get into it, boys.
Yo, is this person Yes, she's retarded.
And I see all you guys coming back from that Jace video. People said I got everything wrong. It was plug R&B, it wasn't opium, it was jerk. Who gives a shit? It all sounds the same anyways. It's bro, come on.
Come on, man. What are we talking about?
Playboy Carti is the best rapper of all time.
It's like these kids saw Uzi once and they're like, I can do that. I can just do Carti ad-libs without the actual rapping.
This bitch just hit my line, talking about I hit up back, talking about
I can do the opium style, I can be Lil Pump, I can be any of those guys. Like, damn, what did those dudes do to the rap game? But anyways, let's get into the story of Nettspend.
Oh shit, all day, pray them niggas go away. Oh, we sell the clowns around, it look like circus show.
So Nettspend was born March 18th, 2007. In Virginia, meaning he wasn't even alive when Sonic 06 came out, which is very important to me for some reason. I don't know why. It was a cultural touchstone and this man wasn't even alive to see it happen. What the hell? He's so uncultured. You're telling me this man can't even vote yet? But anyways, he grew up in the suburbs. We don't really know much about his early life. He's one of those more mysterious type artists, as every kid basically is nowadays. You know, we can't know what's really going on behind the scenes playing Fortnite, Minecraft, and watching Skibbity Toilet. It's so mysterious.
Mark's just standing in a f***ing bush.
Bro, I wish I could date 9-year-olds.
Being born in 2007 meant by the time that 2020 rolled around, the kid was 13, just going into high school, but he never ended up actually going into high school because, you know, the pandemic broke out, so he was doing online schooling and basically being raised by the internet. And back in my day, when you spent too much time on the internet, you basically became an alt-right mother. You know, Monkey Jones, you ended up being an iDubbbz, but nowadays, I guess if you spend too much time on the internet, you end up becoming a SoundCloud rapper, and that's exactly what happened to Nettspend. He said he was inspired by Future, Justin Bieber, and Michael Jackson because if you listen to his music, you can definitely tell he's inspired by those three people. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he just picked three people that were famous and said, yeah, those are the people who inspired me. I'm pretty sure he was just inspired by Carti, Uzi, and all those dudes. Or honestly, he might not even care about music in the first place. He's probably just gravitating to whatever sounded like clout, because clout is clout, guys. You gotta get clout. But he didn't start dropping music right away and really only emerged onto the scene in 2022 after the most legendary summer of all time in 2021 when everybody was locked inside. That must have been a non-stop party. Like, seriously, why do people keep saying the summer of 2021 was the greatest summer of all time? What were you guys doing? Watching Fortnite compilations? But to be honest with you, if Nettspend wasn't dropping music, that means that music really didn't exist until 2022 when he dropped his first ever song. And this song was called #Nep. Or Nemk? I don't know how you say this shit, but anyways, that was his first song, and when you listen to it, you truly understand why this kid caught on so fast, because it's truly a legendary track. Like, listen to this shit. How can you not put that on the level of Mozart or DJ Khaled, the most legendary people during our time? I mean, it's amazing. But no, for real, it kind of sounds like when you put your drunk friend on a Cardi beat and he just kind of goes, and the mic is in the other room. Everybody in the comments right now is like, that's not Cardi style. It's completely different. It's jerk. It's plug R&B. It's doobity dop dop music. Like, come on, bro. It sounds like Cardi. And through my research, I realized that basically all of his music sounds exactly like this. I mean, it got a little bit louder as time went on, but it basically sounds like when you're doing the ad-libs and the hype-up part of the track, you know, like, yeah, yeah. And you're getting into it, but then the track ends and you're like, oh, where's the actual musical substance? But I guess that's what people like, so I can't really hate on it. I mean, I'm not over here standing J. Cole saying that you have to listen to the lyrical substance of every song. Sometimes you just catch a vibe, and I get it, you know, I understand. Not my vibe, but if I was raised on an iPad primarily since the age of 7, I probably would be into this music, because it kind of sounds like when you're having an ADHD episode and you can't find your pills and then you fall on the floor and you're like, I mean, I kind of get it. It really speaks to me, you know, it speaks to my inner core. After that, he ended up dropping a whole album called Kick Door, and then after that, he did Kick Door Plus, which was a deluxe version of the original. You know, that's how it goes nowadays, even though it was a mixtape and I don't think he was signed. But you know, he's putting out more music, you can't hate on it. But it wasn't until he dropped the legendary snippet for Drank 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 that people really started to take notice of him. So it turns out that the reason that this got so popular was because a lot of people were making fun of him for being a suburban boy making rap music, dancing around, which I don't really get, because there's a million white boys making the same type of music. I don't know why he stood out so much. I mean, look at Cemetery. That dude's more corny than all these people put together, but people take him seriously. But Nettspend is too far. We got Jack Harlow, we got your cousin Greg who's trying to make rap music. There's a million white boys out there trying to make the same style of music. I don't get why he stands out, but it seemed to work. Posted it on Twitter and people started hating immediately, but after that he kind of got a cult fan base of people who wanted to protect him and be contrarians, basically saying, nah, it's actually really good. And then after that he dropped a track with Xavier So Bass, which, as we all know, is one of the most legendary rappers in the new underground. I actually have no idea who this guy is whatsoever, but apparently he's important, and the song ended up doing numbers on numbers on numbers. Got like 500,000 plays at this point. I mean, why do we even make music at this point? What are we doing wrong? We can't compete with these kids. They're doing amazing. After that, he ended up dropping another track with Osama song called Wake Up. I also don't know who that is, but I have heard that name more than Xavier So Bass, so apparently that's important. Another 500,000 right there. And after that, he was off to the races with every YouTuber with a Juice WRLD poster behind them talking about him, you know, saying that he was overhated, underhated, that he was actually underrated. It didn't really matter because people were talking about him. I'm honestly not sure if people really care about the music aspect of him. It seems like he's more of a character in kind of a Lil Pump type of way. He was a joke when he blew up, and then people just kept running with it, and now people actually the music he makes. At some point he gets noticed by these two DJs known as DJ Fat and DJ Renacy, with Renacy actually doing an interview with them, which is the most awkward thing I've ever seen in my life. It's this near 40-year-old man trying his hardest to relate to the 16-year-old kid who clearly hasn't taken his ADHD medication yet today because he's bouncing around like he has to piss. I mean, come on guys, you gotta stop giving him Xans and start giving him some Ritalin. He seems like he can't take being there. But at the same time, I kind of get it. It's like the awkward conversation you have to have with your dad about the birds and the bees, if you know what I mean. But honestly, most of you watching are probably too young to even understand what I'm talking about, so yeah, never mind. But unfortunately, in the biggest betrayal of all time, it seems like Nettspend and DJ Fat have actually broken up. They're not working together anymore. Apparently it was over lean, as you can see from this video. And Rish, how do you handle covering this every day? I can feel my brain melting out the side of my ear. Never thought I'd be this dude that's hating on the younger generation, but I just don't get it. But you know, let's digress. So at the very end of 2023, Nettspend ended up dropping this track called 2024 Freestyle, and since then he hasn't dropped any new music. He's been putting out snippets, you know, he's getting people hyped up, but for the most part people are like, what's going on? He's gonna turn into another Sofago, because everybody remembers that dude, right? He had a Lyrical Lemonade video. Sofago, you know, you guys remember him? No? Okay, anyways, so why has Nettspend not been dropping music? What is he doing? Is his blunts rolled? Is his cup full? We don't know. Is he in trouble? Should we be worried right now? And the answer to that is no, because it turns out that Nettspend has found the most classic way of making money in the underground, the oldest profession you can, scamming. Yep, it turns out that he's a junior It's Okay to Cry over here, because he's pulling the classic scam of not giving people the features that they pay for. And apparently some of these artists are offering him from $700 to $1,000 for a feature. Come on guys, give me $100 and I can make Peter Griffin noises on your beat as well. Come on, you know I'm good for it.
Rising up, back on the street.
But no, for real, let's look into some of these screenshots and see what he's really getting up to. We got this one guy saying money hitting any second now. He said, bet that gang, finna hit you back tomorrow. He then sent him $700 for the feature, and then after that he messaged him again saying, I really with what you do. He then says, you got a time frame on that? He says, soon gang, I'm busy as life. He says, that's good, you got my info. Any updates on December 13th, December 14th, yo, December 15th, hey gang. And then he said, got you soon, I'm in the lab. Yeah, it's taken a couple days, but we all know that Nettspend is a busy man, and when you're making music on his caliber, you really need to take the time to sit there and write and really think it out. I mean, bro, give the man time. He's not a miracle worker. He's thinking of the most thought-provoking bars of all time. You gave him $700. He's obviously going to give you an amazing verse, and you're just over here rushing him. The guy then says, don't fail me gang, it's a 30-second verse, don't be like that. He's like, I'm gonna just sing you an open, couldn't hop on that shit. He said, bruh, 700 plus for an open, I can't go. I paid for a feature. That ain't real gang. He said, what, you want a different open for me or something? Cause I can't do that. I paid almost 1K. So what'd you try and do? Cause that ain't business. That's foo shit. He said, slime, send another one then. I ain't finna rap on something I can't rap on. Honestly, bro, what do you expect? Like, if he can't rap on it, he can't rap on it. After all, he has a very distinct style. He really needs the beats. He really needs that musical intensity. And if you're giving him some lame shit, honestly, he should just take your money and run off with it. That's what I would do.
You already know who it is.
Then says anything. All motherfucker gotta do is business. Bro, you playing. He said, slime, I'm not. I'm a real person. I've got shit going on. He then shows him a screenshot of how he paid him $700, and he said, dude, it's not that deep. You thinking too much. He says, I've just been busy. He said, for sure, let me know. And then after that, he sends him a beat and says, fine, I'll do another one from scratch, but do you even like the beat? He doesn't end up getting a response, so he said, here's an open. I got one more, and I made those 3 from scratch. I've sent you like 7 to 9 opens. I know you can get on something. What the fuck? Let me know, because we're trying to spend more money with you to get a SoundCloud repost, the song too, and you're holding everything back. No response again, so he says, yo. Then the next day he said, yo, I'm in the stew tomorrow, and he said, for sure, let me know. And then after that, completely ghosted. He says, yo, progress, yo, crazy as just ran off with the bag, but that's what Nettspend ended up doing. And then 2 months later, he says, can I have what I paid for? You took $700. He said, I've been busy, send the email. And then he sends the email. And then after that, no response. He keeps trying to message him. He said, send me the open gang, let me know, give me money or what I paid for. After that, he said, yo, are you sending shit? So you scam me, right? Bet. No response whatsoever. And at this point, it's like March. So at this point, the guy tries to go to a bunch of underground rap pages and says, you know, can I give you money to talk about my story? I just want people to know that Nettspend is a scammer. First, he goes to underground rap plug. Says, I don't do expose and post gang. Artists bought pages and report them. They get them taken down. The best bet is to not cop a feature from the artist directly. You can't drop that anyways without their label giving you the rights through a contract. Which makes sense. I know he doesn't want his platform to get taken down, but I do have to say it's crazy how artists in the underground have this much power to control what the media says and what they don't, and if they go out of line, they'll get their entire platform taken down. That's pretty messed up, because that means the artists are controlling the entire narrative. He then goes over to this page and he says Nettspend is a known scammer twin, which I get, he's a known scammer, so people shouldn't buy from him, but after all, when the word's not really out there like it was with It's Okay to Cry, even if people in the underground know that he's a scammer, it doesn't mean that everybody's gonna know. Yeah bro, I get it, you shouldn't buy features from underground artists. We all know at this point that people get scammed, but these are a lot of kids that are just trying to get a feature, and we shouldn't just be normalizing people taking people's money, especially when it's like $700. I mean, I know it's funny, the kid got scammed, blah blah blah, but at the end of the day, why are we hyping up these scam artists? This guy says, why didn't you take the open with a bathtub emoji for some reason? He says he wouldn't send it, he only said that so I'd leave him alone. He said, you said no to the open though, bathtub emoji again. And then after that, he stops responding to him, but the logic here is kind of weird. It's like, bro, you gave him $700 for a PS5, he's gonna give you an Xbox Series X, like why are you upset? I mean, I get it, it's kind of the same thing, but if you pay $700 for something that you want and they give you something else, that somehow justifies it in your head that they're allowed to run off with $700. Hey man, can I buy that apple there? Yeah, you can buy that apple, here's the money. Actually, all I got is oranges. Okay, I don't want the orange. Okay, I'm gonna take your money then. Like, that's reasonable? That's reasonable to you? Okay. Got another one. He says, hit up a different page. We don't cover beef because after all, you can't be too controversial. Don't got a lot to say to this. That's a pretty normal response, but I feel like there should be a page that exposes scammers, because even though it's so widespread in the underground, it doesn't make it right. Like, the logic to half these people are like, yeah, you got scammed, but it happens so much, it doesn't matter. Yeah, that guy's a creep. It doesn't really matter. Everybody's a creep in the underground. It's like, why do you let this stuff perpetually happen over and over and over again? Do people know better? Yes, but should people call out bad behavior? Also yes, but people only call out people where it's socially acceptable to call them out. That's why you see a million videos about Lil Pump, Trippie Redd, Little Skies, because these guys fell off. We're allowed to make fun of them now. It's socially acceptable to make fun of them on YouTube. But our boy Nettspend, we can't talk shit on him. We might lose the connection. After all, this guy is lining our pockets. When we make a post about him, we get the most engagement that we ever get, so we can't talk badly about him. I mean, if they are silencing your page by taking you down with bots, that's one thing, but I feel like a lot of these guys just don't want to talk about the negative aspects because they're like, well, you know, it's drama. I don't want to talk about drama. Yet the entire modern rap game is built off of drama. So why don't you want to talk about it? Because you don't want to be called out, you don't want to stand out, you don't want to go against the people that you're in a herd with, and you can't be the one that speaks out when nobody else does. You have to do it after somebody else already calls it out. But me, I don't care. I'm going to call it out. It's scamming. Nettspend is not giving people features, and there's more evidence to that as well. I know a lot of people are going to be like, you show one screenshot, but if he's a known scammer, he's a known scammer. This guy said it himself. Next up, we got somebody saying let's work, and then Nettspend said 25 and open, which is definitely lower than the $700 that the other guy paid, but still, he said say less. I can make it like a minute and 30. He said, Sam, I'm gonna make some shit right now and send it. Is that cool? He said, yep, just cash at me. He said, don't record yet. I need to get some money because I don't got any money on Cash App. I just got cash right now. He said, bet. He said, for sure, I'll let you know. He said, bet. He said, yo, finna send it right now. Just let me know when to Cash App. He said, bet, you can now. I'm gonna make it back to the crib. Say less. Sending right now. Send. This is riveting conversation, I know, but there's more to it. He said, sent, let me know if I need to resend. Then he says, yo, on April 17th, the 18th, the 19th, yo, 21st, can I get my money back or the verse? But Nettspend has the power move here because he said, my mic broke, bro. He said, dead ass. He said, yeah, bro, I ain't got no bread to cop one, so I can't get your verse for real. He said, alright, bro, just let me know when you can. He said, I'm only $10 off from a mic. If you send me 10, I can buy a new mic right now and record it tonight. So this guy is nice enough to buy him a new mic with that $10. He said, I don't got no money in Cash App, but I'll send it to you right now. And Nettspend says, for sure. So this man might have single-handedly saved Nettspend's entire career by giving him $10 to get a microphone. So let's see how Nettspend repays him. He sends it through, and then after that he said, hey, I'm trying to hop on a different track because I already done pegged you and got nothing, but I'm trying to have you on a better song. They go back and forth. He sends him a little bit more money, and then after that, once again, he gets ghost. He's like, send him right now. Sent. Let me know. Can you record on anything? Can you record when you get a chance? Can you record on a different beat? Record, please. He said, I don't know you, bro. That's crazy. It's bad enough that you took the guy's money and then ghosted him, but you actually answer and say, I don't know you. Like, scroll up a little bit. You obviously took the dude's money. He said, you need to send back the verse, bro. And then this guy says, hey, yo, I know you scam me and shit, but I still fuck you. I'm still gonna listen to the music, which is crazy. The ego on this dude is insane. He probably tried to get that $10 from you so he could buy a bag of weed. Like, what is going on with this guy? The ego is insane. These people want to put in no work, scam on features, really do nothing besides just make a couple songs a year and be the biggest artist around. Like, I know a lot of people say he's overly hated on, but when he's doing stuff like this, like, you wonder why people hate these guys. Bro, put your ego to the side and just do the feature for the dude. He gave you like $40. Just do a 15-second feature or 30-second feature, get it done, get it out, and just be done with it. And then you're not going to be dealing with these situations. But no, that wouldn't be very cool or vamp of you to actually give somebody what they paid for. You got to say, I don't know you, bro. I don't know you, bro. That's lame as hell, dude. Big stepper at 16, dude, but let me tell you, by the time you're 25, you're going to regret these days. You got an opportunity on your hand to be a big artist, to really do things that other kids and other people will never be able to do in their lives, and you're having an ego about it and treating people like shit. You're going to end up just like Jumix, trying to scam and scrape for every dollar, trying to get the younger artists that come out after you to get on a song just to keep you relevant. You're really trying to be the coolest guy around, and it's not working out for you. That's why people should blow up a little bit later on in their life so they actually appreciate what they have, because these kids don't appreciate anything. But whatever, they're not going to listen. They never listen. They're going to call me a hater. They're going to call me an old man, and so be it. But I'm just telling you, that's what it's going to be. Look at Nettspend in like the next 4 years. He's going to be washed up because he's treating people like this.
$5.
What? That's more than I get in allowance. I mean, that's more than I make in a month.
Well, you should have finished college.
Did you finish college?
No! Why do you think I'm a waiter?
But yeah, boys, that's Nettspend. That's him scamming. And please, for the love of God, don't make me talk about this ever again. I cannot handle this Zoomer drama crap. Like, seriously, somebody else got to step up to the plate. To my normal audience, sorry. I know you probably don't care about this, but at the end of the day, we got to talk about when they're scamming, they're scamming. It doesn't matter who's doing it. I'm Batman at the end of the day. But no, I'm not, really. But if you like the channel, subscribe, you know? We just got to 13K. Oh yeah, boys, they're going to be doing an Amazon gift card giveaway at 20K. Come on, push me up, gang. Oh yeah. I also got a Patreon to panhandle that, and finally I got a second channel called Twisted Society. If you want your music posted up there, I post all different types of music. Doesn't have to just be trap metal. So hit me up on Instagram, email your song to the email, and you might get posted up there and get a bigger audience looking at your music. But with all that said, I'm out. I still see your shadows in my room. I knew Juice WRLD more than you do. I wasn't even alive when he was popular, but I got into him after he died.